Imagine stepping outside your house, ready for a simple walk, but the world no longer follows the rules of north, south, east, and west. Instead, your path bends and twists according to your emotions. Happiness might pull you towards sunlit streets filled with music and laughter, while sadness drags you down narrow alleys, endless and gray. Anger could tilt the ground beneath your feet, guiding you in sharp, erratic turns, like your rage is tugging at the compass inside your chest. In this reality, direction isn't dictated by Earth's magnetic field. It's tethered to the shifting tides of your own heart. At first, it would feel like a surreal inconvenience. A cheerful morning jog could end with you lost in a blooming garden you've never seen, while a gloomy day might strand you miles from home in an abandoned industrial zone. Maps and GPS systems would be useless. Instead, people would have to chart their routes by mood. Don't go to work angry, someone might warn, or you'll end up in the wrong city. Emotional awareness would become as essential as food or water, because without it, you'd never find your way back. Society would transform in fascinating ways. Cities would evolve into patchworks of emotional landscapes, districts built not by geography but by the collective moods of the people moving through them. Whole neighborhoods might emerge where joy gravitates, vibrant with festivals, art, and color. Other zones might attract fear, dense with shadows and silence, where only the brave, or the reckless, would venture. Roads would no longer be straight. They'd curve and merge like veins in a body, pulsing with the emotions of those walking them. Transportation itself would be reimagined. Buses and trains not guided by schedules or tracks, but by the shared feelings of passengers, a vehicle veering right if most on board are hopeful, left if despair takes hold. Relationships would grow even more complicated. Picture trying to meet a friend, but your sadness keeps pulling you away from their joy, as if your hearts are magnets repelling each other across the map. Lovers might discover that being together requires not just affection, but synchronization of moods. Otherwise, one could be swept away into a completely different emotional corridor. Therapy would become not just about healing the mind, but about navigating reality itself, teaching people how to stabilize their inner compass to reach the places and people they love. Governments would struggle to maintain order. Police might chase criminals only to be yanked off course by a sudden surge of fear or guilt. Borders would blur as emotions carried people across lines drawn on maps that no longer matter. Wars might collapse under their own absurdity, with armies scattered in 1,000 directions the moment panic or doubt spreads. Conversely, propaganda could become weaponized to manipulate emotions en masse, steering entire populations away from, or toward, specific regions simply by stoking collective feelings. And then there's the question of discovery. If emotions guide direction, could intense feelings open doors to places no one has ever been? Perhaps overwhelming love leads you into hidden sanctuaries, or unbearable grief pulls you into landscapes that don't exist on any map, secret realms shaped by the deepest corners of the human soul. Travelers might set out on pilgrimages of the heart, seeking new lands not through compasses, but through cultivating emotions strong enough to bend reality. In time, humanity would learn to read the world differently. Instead of asking, "Where am I?" the question would become, "How do I feel?" Journeys would no longer be measured in miles, but in moods, every step a reflection of the inner world projected outward. Navigation apps might be replaced with meditation guides, helping people find equilibrium so they don't get hopelessly lost in their own despair. Cities might even adopt emotional weather forecasts. Today's joy currents are strong, expect crowds near the parks. So the next time you feel a surge of happiness, rage, or sorrow, imagine what it would be like if those emotions weren't just inside you. They were the very roads beneath your feet, steering you through a world where the map of reality is drawn by the compass of the human heart. And then ask yourself, in a place like that, Would you ever truly be lost, or would you finally, for the first time, be exactly where you feel you belong?